Hey Cancer, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot and welcome to your general forecast for 2023. We're going to be getting a month by month play of your entire year, unpacking it with this secondary deck. And I'm going to have everything time-stamped in the description box below. Feel free to check it out and skip ahead to certain months or skip back to certain months. I always encourage people to do what I do with my favorite tarot readers, is download the video and I can check back on it throughout the year. It's kind of fun. All right, if this is your first time here, thank you so much. There's so many tarot readers online and I really appreciate your time and your energy checking out my channel. You're so welcome here. And if you are revisiting the page, and you are a subscriber, you know that I love you. I really appreciate you as well. Thank you so much. So pay attention to your body, see how it feels. If it resonates, you'll feel it. And if it doesn't, don't try to make it fit. And we're going to start with January. So this is going to be a card representing the main energy of January for Cancer. What do they need to be aware of? 2023, we have this beautiful independent card of the Nine of Pentacles. This is being very happy in this position. So we'll be getting some clarity on that. But January, we're off to a beautiful start for 2023. February for 2023 for Cancer. You're going to be very aware of boundaries. This is the Queen of Swords. It's not an emotional, playful vibe. This is much more of a little more cutthroat, very honest. And there might be some communications there. So we have for March a Four of Cups coming forward. April, for April, Queen of Rods. We have that confident, looks good. The Queen of Rods always looks good. This confident energy coming out for April. May for Cancer. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. That'll be an interesting read right there. And June, we've got the Hermit. July for my Cancers, 2023. I got like this interesting like tickle in my hands right before these cards flew out. The Lover's card, there may be a choice to be had here, coming out of a place of anxiety and overthinking. It sounds like when we usually come out of those places, it's because we have relief in an area, we have confirmation in an area, and that's coming out with the Lover's card. So July is going to be a really interesting read. August, for my Cancers, high intuition, being in tune with that inner voice of yours. And September, for my Cancers, 2023. Whoa, what energies? Wow. So we have this very, very happy card of the Ten of Cups along with the Eight of Cups. All right, so you're very happy going into the September. There's something that occurs that compounds your happiness. October in 2023 for our Cancers. All right. Taking a look at your life, looking at something in particular that you put a lot of hard work into. Okay, I'm just going to take note of the Tower flying out. We're about to do November. November for my Cancers, November. Okay, so a certain chapter in life comes to an end. That doesn't have to be literal. The Death card is one of my favorite cards in the deck because it's talking about a natural ending to something, and with natural endings there's a natural rebirth. So people enter your life, opportunities enter your life while others leave. And December for 2023 for my lovely Cancers, we have two cards out. We have the Nine of Cups, very, very happy, satisfied, a little bit proud in a good way, you know, not in an egotistical way, coming out of disappointment. Awesome. Five of Cups in reverse to clarify the Nine of Cups. So now we're going to start in on January. We're going to leave these out on the table and so that you can check them out throughout the reading. And we're going to simply lie the clarifying cards on top of the month. So for our independent energy of the Nine of Pentacles, what can be expected? Unpack the Nine of Pentacles for Cancer. I have this feeling that you're going to be able to look at what you've created, look at what you're doing, what you're working on, and I think you're going to feel rewarded for it. I think you're going to be proud of yourself in January. I think there's a sense of independence. Interesting. We've got I'm going to lay them across right here. So 7 of Pentacles, you put a lot of work into something. You're a little bit tired. You're at that fork in the road. Do I keep on doing this the way I've been doing, or do I change it up? Coming out of conflict with something. What is this moon in reverse? You don't need to recreate the wheel. I feel there's a sense of resolve here. I feel like rather than waiting for something to happen to you to make things move ahead and make work easier, you're taking a look at it yourself and you are improving upon the wheel, so to speak. I'm just throwing around that metaphor a lot too much right now because I said it earlier. Let me say it this way. You're improving upon the design. You don't need to wait for somebody else's offer to come through to do it. And somebody actually, something or somebody, an opportunity, an offer comes out, this energy, this helpful energy, like, oh, hey, you could take this cup here that's being offered to you. You could take that at any point. But it's kind of, you're not feeling specifically inspired to do that. I think you'd rather kind of work on it on your own. And there's this huge, beautiful judgment card. So this resurrection of energy here. I think you're going to get a blossoming of energy. I think you're going to be coming out of a conflict of sorts. And instead of relying on the help of others, you are going to realize you can actually do it better yourself. Yeah. Okay. So now moving on to February, Queen of Swords, this boundary maker. Queen of Swords, February for Cancers 2023. We have out money or gifts, something coming forward. We have the Chariot in reverse. Getting what's due to you. Getting what's due to you. And this will resolve in a beautiful way. This will feel, you'll feel redemption here. I feel like you are, this is definitely not passive energy. I feel like it's confrontational, but don't be scared off by that word. I think it's righteous and you get what's due to you. If there's money that's owed to you, if somebody or something, whether it's an entity or a person being like, oh no, you've got it coming towards you. I promise you've got that check coming to you. Or you've got, if it's even like, you know, old, you know, IRS refunds, it could be any of that, you know, but it's like, oh no, I promise it's on the way. And you finally actually get very direct and you have to be confrontational and you stand up for yourself and you were right all along. So if you have had any suspicions that maybe something got lost on the way or they're covering something up. Now it doesn't have the Seven of Swords, sneaky, hidden moon vibe here. But I'm just saying you kind of follow your hunch, you make a stand and you quickly get rewarded for that. And it feels redeeming. Cool, so that's February. Now March, give it a little shuffle. We have this energy coming forward, this offer. Let's see, March. What is March energy for our Cancers? 2023, what is March all about for them? Thank you. Oops, this one wanted to fly out. Empress. Gosh, I love the Empress. She's the Marilyn Monroe of the deck. So we've got this one first. There we have it. Same card, 9 of Pentacles. She's on your side. You can rely on yourself. Always. Okay. Something. We've got our 3 of Cups. Give me a moment. I'm sorry. I just want to. What is this 9 of Pentacles about? You know, it's interesting. There is a continuation of the energy from January here in March. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say. There is an offer of some sort that seems like it's the easy way out. It seems like it's there to help you. But for some reason, it staves away. It's in vain. It would be putting off the inevitable. To take this offered energy would be throwing you off from your intuition. And you start and end with really beautiful cards here. The 9 of Pentacles, you can rely on yourself. You're going to get the job done better. Even if it's a little harder, even if it takes a little longer, you can rely on yourself. You can trust yourself. And the Empress, you come out of this March with this abundance, an abundant feeling like you can create anything, like you're actually growing something really special and you're putting down this exhausting journey. So if this is an offer, the same offer that keeps on coming up, of maybe financial help or of like get an extra employee or get some help here or there, you know, you pay attention to why you might feel a little apathetic towards it. And you don't always have to have the explanation. Maybe it's just enough to honor the feeling that it gives you, and it will make sense later. So that's what I want to say about March. It's like, are you going to be stuck if you take that offer? Are you going to be indebted, but you won't be able to choose how you repay that debt? You know, is there an emotional tie that's manipulative to it? Or is it that, you know, it promises more than can actually give? So you can rely on yourself better. It's interesting. It's going to be different for all of you guys. This is just reading the energy. So April, we have Queen of Rods, this really strong, confident, good-looking energy. What is April all about for my Cancers? Okay. We've got 8 of Swords. We've got 3 of Cups. We've got 2 of Swords. And we've got messages coming in April. What are these messages about? This could be travel. Yeah, there's our Empress again. What's our 3 of Cups? These are celebrations. This is a friends. This is sometimes third-party energy. Yeah, and that's what it looks like it is. Take this only if it resonates. So there's a decision to be made that's really hard for somebody to make here. Feels like it could be hard for you to make here. It feels like that in the past, there might have been in a situation, betrayal, something that was kind of heartbreaking with a friendship or a third party. And there was competition, conflict. This isn't a trusted partnership, and I think there was betrayal, and there's somehow this stuck feeling attached to it. But you end up again in this beautiful energy of following one's intuition and reminding yourself, remembering that you're really abundant. But I think this is as a result of some messages or travel happening. So this is very quick moving. 8 of Wands is like sudden information coming in, like us, and it's usually good news. It's great news, and it like puts you back in balance with yourself and this abundant thing that you're growing. It's really beautiful. So I wouldn't actually be distracted too much with this. But with the Queen of Rods is really attractive and really confident. And I wouldn't be surprised if you are putting out that scent, that confidence to those around you. And this person is kind of coming into your life like, you know, it's the 3 of Swords coming out of heartbreak in reverse. So anything on this Empress? What is this Empress about? Hangman for the second time. So you got the Empress and the Hangman in March as well. So it's due to the perspective you gained. It's due to the sacrifices you've made that you've become independently abundant. Nobody can knock you off of this. You know, when you build something and you rely on yourself and you've built that up from the ground up, nobody can take that away from you because you have all the building materials. You know, you handcrafted them and grew them yourself. They can't grow them, not like you can. They have to grow their own. So they can't take what you have abundantly. If they tried to, you can just grow more. You know, I know I'm kind of going deep in this weird metaphor here, but you get it? It's like you realize how powerful you are, and it's that confidence. Of course, naturally, they're going to, you know, find that attractive. So, May, we've got Queen of Cups in reverse. What is this Queen of Cups in reverse? May for Cancer. So cups rule over the water signs. If they're not directly a zodiac water sign, then they can be like Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. They can just have attributes of a water sign, which when they're in balance with one another, they are beautiful and nurturing and empaths and sympathetic. When they're in reverse, they can be a little manipulative. I feel like that needs to go right there. There's our Nine of Pentacles again, right in the middle. Closing an old chapter. Wow, beautiful Pentacles. Focusing on, there's a focus on what is making you stable, what's building your future. How are you building your future? Who are you surrounding yourself by? You know, there's this really abundant energy around you and this really independent, powerful, empowered energy after something that was a harsh ending. And it could have been a sudden ending. And so I feel like this is definitely the aftermath of the rise of the Phoenix, if that makes any sense. This is so positive and so beautiful. I don't think that if there was an emotional, manipulative person in your midst or in your past that had a hold of you at one point, then they're not going to have a hold of you or your future at all in the present as of May. I mean, like, this is the Lover's card, the Hierophant. There could even be marriage here. We've got long-term success and stability. We have the end of the closing of an old chapter, buttoning that all up in a healthy way and moving forward. We have this beautiful generosity card. This is a loving, generous relationship that is going to happen here. You're moving towards something you've worked on, your own independence. And because of that, I think you are not willing to, I think that you're just, the people around you are going to be very different. They're going to be a manifestation of what you've been creating on the inside, on the outside. You're going to have a lot of abundance and a lot of happiness, I think. And whatever you're building in May is going to set you up in the future for quite a long time. So June, let's get June out. The Hermit card rules over June. So the Hermit is going inside, going into a quiet place. And this is the reigning energy of June. Why? Why the Hermit? We have one card out. We've got two cards out. This is a thoughtful energy, following one's instincts. You know, this lantern, it symbolizes the light and the dark comes from within. And while if you pay attention to too much staring into the dark, you can imagine anything there, but you can focus on the lantern. The lantern is your guide. So we have money, the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. This looks like a new idea or project that you have some familiarity tied to, and it could be quite fun. And it's like a big project coming forward that could lead to a lot of money, which is great. And I think that you are navigating this offer in a really responsible way. It's really exciting. Anything about the Ace of Wands? Yeah. So it could be online, something online. It could be selling something online. You could be online communications. You could be researching it online. So you're trying to kind of check out the background or the possibilities of this being a success. You're just going about it in a responsible way, but it looks like really promising. And I wouldn't be surprised if you'd been headhunted. I feel like you just stand out from the competition. You have no competition. And so I feel that you can take your time a little bit and Yeah. And so if you felt a lack in the past, especially with funds and money in your accounts, that's going to resolve here. You're going to get some relief for sure with the Six of Swords. That looks awesome. So now on to July. Really cool, you guys. So July is the one that I got like tingles in my hands with. And we have coming out of overthinking, coming out of anxiety with a Lover's card. So the Lovers always, they can be quite literal, and they can also depict a choice. So what is this about? Flying right away. We have, oh yeah, this is a love offer, you guys. Knight of Cups coming forward. For those of you who are hooked up in a happy relationship, this could be either like things just getting back on course with another lover or with your lover. I never use the word lover. It's because I'm reading with your partner. Yeah. Anyway, what else about the Lovers? July. Oh my Lord, setting yourselves up for the future. This person is your person, King and Queen of Wands. Wow, how complimentary. You guys share the same vision of the future. It's going to be like everything is green. The light is green. I think that you're going to get really inspired with a vision of your future that you have. I do think there's a lot of love in July, and I think there's this sweet relief here coming out of that place of anxiety. So whatever caused that for all of you guys is probably different, given that you have so many lives out there. There's so many lives I'm talking to, but it looks really exciting, really positive. There's future stability here. There's genuine possibility and love. And let's just, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Some of you guys, for those of you who are hooked up, even those of you guys who are single, what helps bring you to this place is a little bit of therapy, collaboration, being understanding and willing to change. That's just for some of you guys. But either way, with the Nine of Cups, I think you're just going to be so happy in July. It's really exciting. Feel the love. Okay? In August, we have the High Priestess with us. So something about the August is bringing to the forefront your intuition. So she is guiding you. And I say she, think of your High Priestess as any gender you would like. Goes without saying. Five of Pentacles. The World card. And then the Five of Wands. Clarity on that. This wanted to come out. Oh, that wanted to come out. I think you're replacing one thing with another. August is about listening to your intuition because she's going to lead you through, there's a little blip in August where you feel uninspired or even a little defeated, and your imagination's not kicking into gear as far as solutions. That's just for a very short period of time, okay? In the scheme of it all. You actually come out of this competition or conflict, this feeling of stagnancy. You come out of it with a very big change. It could be a change of coworkers or collaborators. It could be switching out a new project, basically being put onto another assignment. But all that with the Death card, you remember that new people and new opportunities come into your life. And this is a project, a new opportunity, an offer in collaboration with others. And these are the only upright except for these two. I would say that some of you guys might even be working with people long distance, online, or having Zoom meetings with people overseas. Some of you guys might be traveling, but it opens your life up to these new opportunities. So that it's going to be that Ace of Wands, that project, that offer that opens you up to new opportunities. And it's relief because your intuition is going to guide you on how you navigate that offer, but you don't have to worry about the offer is going to come out on its own, and it's going to kick you out of this place of feeling a little defeated. So September, we have this happy, happy card of the 10 of Cups. And then we have an interesting card of the 8 of Cups. What is this 8 of Cups about? Ah, gosh, she just keeps on coming out, isn't she? She's the high priestess is coming out all the time with you. Okay. I'm just going to check this out for a second. We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Swords upright. We've got the 10. What is this 10 of Cups all about? The Devil. Being able to, rather than running away from something and leaving it completely, you're realizing you can actually have a new journey inside of it, within it. You can actually work with, whether this is an addiction that's been throwing off your balance, throwing off your stability and security. And when I say addiction, it could be literal, you know, of course, addicted to some sort of substance, but it could be a behavioral pattern of yours that, you know, is no longer serving you. And, you know, at some point that it might have been serving you, but either way, I think, I'm almost getting tired of High Priestess saying the same thing, but she is going to be guiding you. But I think that you are going to be throwing boundaries up. Rather than deserting it and leaving it and starting all over, you can actually remain in this situation. You don't have to desert it completely. You can create new rules. You can create boundaries. Interesting. And it's going to make you very happy. We've got that 10 of Cups. I think that you're going to be happy that you didn't run away from it, that instead you worked with those energies, and that you actually used your own voice to change the rules up. Okay. October, we have the 7 of Pentacles. All right, 7 of Pentacles. So October, for our Cancers 2023, we're getting the 5 of Wands a lot as well. 2023. There's a little bit of waiting for your ships to sail in. There's waiting for things to pay off. What is this? Queen of Wands energy. Queen of Pentacles. And what is this 5 of Pentacles? Bear with me. Oh, boy, 7 Pentacles on top of 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're waiting for this to pay off, whatever this is. It hasn't been super easy. You're tired. There's Wands and Pentacles. So this is about like fighting for what you are worth, standing up for what you're worth, patience, belief, and tenacity. And there's these characters that come out, and there's one who's probably difficult to work with. Their egos are pretty big. They might be very aware of appearances and controlling. And then there's 2 beautiful characters here that one is, they're both very compassionate and nurturing. So I think there's this understanding there. So we've got 3 energies coming out in all of this. These could be coworkers, collaborators of some sort. It's leaving you a little bit tired. It's leaving you asking yourself, is this worth it? But you're in this very tenacious place of like not giving up and waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for it to pay off. That's our October. November, we have a death, which is not, of course, be taken literally. That's very rarely literal. It's really just a natural ending of that chapter. So what is this death card in November for Cancer? This is all about reciprocity. And this is about, we've got the 9 of Swords here coming out. A 2 of Cups, a partnership. You're going to be very aware of kind of the back and forth, give and take of a partnership here. There seems to be something in your life that has obligation attached to it. And you want it to work out. And I commend you on your tenacity and your invention. There's a lot of personal invention you've brought to the table, and you are so tied into your intuition of like, basically, instead of deserting everything, starting all over, that could be the cheap way out, you know? And even that offer that comes out during the beginning of the year of like, hey, this could make things easier. You're like, no, I can do things myself. I can do things on my own, even if they take a little harder work and even if they take a little bit more time. And so I think there's this natural death in November of a chapter in your life that's giving you major anxiety, that's made you feel stuck. And it has something to do with those around you, partnerships, even friends for some of you, because your mind is on reciprocity. Your mind is about, you're all about, I'm not going to give energy to something that's not giving back to me. So then we ended up with this really beautiful result in December, which is the 9 of Cups with a 5 of Cups in reverse. This is coming out of disappointment, fully graduating from that disappointment. It's like as if this gentleman turned around and stopped looking at the spilled milk here and actually turned around and faced these 2 full cups right behind him. You realize, oh my gosh, I've got all this other stuff going on for me. And we have to confirm that. And it's due to you putting in place those boundaries. The Queen of Swords flies out. I want to do a little shuffle here. December for our Cancer 2023, what to expect. Tell us more about this 9 of Cups. Oh yeah, money's coming forward. Money's coming forward. So the money you make in the Queen of Wands in upright, healthy position, just like she is here in April. So being confident, this is a confident, happy energy. What's this Chariot? Collaboration. Collaborating with the right individuals. No players. No players. Victory. This is really cool. We come full circle around to this beautiful energy of like being very happy and a little bit proud of yourself for standing your ground about something, money coming in, and it's building and supporting that confidence. You already are a confident individual, but this is just like, it's confirmation, it's confirming, you know, like, and I do feel that the Knight came out in clarity of the Chariot. So I feel that you are not allowing in any player energy, any kind of youthful ignorance. And I say youthful being like naivety or ego driven. And instead you're really focusing on who you're collaborating with. You're collaborating with some very special people. Something here about, for some of you guys that is therapy, some of you guys that's online, something online that is supportive. It's somehow supportive. It could be classes. It could be, could be coworkers. But anyway, you have this really great victory. So it's looking really beautiful, you guys. I really appreciate this time you spent with me, and I hope you enjoyed it. Take good care of yourselves. Please like and subscribe if this resonated. Collaborate with my energy, and I'll be seeing you soon for the monthlies or the weekly shorts in between. Take care of yourselves.